Hello and welcome. Today we are going to look at basic data types in Python. So let's get started. Let's open Anaconda Navigator and click on Launch for Jupyter Notebook. This will open the Jupyter Notebook interface, and I'm going to go into the folder Python and create a new Jupyter Notebook. And here let's rename this Python 3 for the third video in the series, basic data types. Enter. Okay, in Python when assigning values it's very easy. We can simply assign value and the Python knows that it's either string or a float or an integer. So when we say x is equal to 1, and if we go ahead and check the value of x, type of x, it's an integer. Similarly, if you say x is equal to 1.1 and check the value of x, it's a float. I'm pressing shift and enter to create new cells. Now x is equal to ABC, and if you check the type of x, it's a string. Similarly, if x is equal to true, and if you check the type of x, it's boolean. So apart from this, let's now look at print statements. So print is inside these. We just type this is a line. Now if we want to assign values to a print statement, then we can do that as well. So print x is equal to x, and then let's add a new line, and here we say y is equal to y, and before we run that we have to give values to x, and then let's give value of ABC to y. So that prints ABC. There's another way we can get the same output. So if you say x is equal to %d, and then you have y, in here you have the new line, and y is equal to %s, and then you have %x and y. So that creates a new line as well. So here you can notice that there is indentation. So if you don't need the indentation, or just type it like this, and this should work. Okay, there you go. Next, let's look at mathematical operators, addition, subtraction. So 1 plus 1, that's for addition. 1 minus 1, sorry, 1 minus 1, subtraction. You see, the reason why this did not work is because this got changed to markdown. So you want to change that back to code and then run. So if this happens to you, you can always go back and check the type the cell is. If it's code, then it will run as a code. After that, if you have let's try here, say 1 divided by 2 has 0.5. There is also a floor operator in division. So if you do that, the decimal part is removed. Next, there is a modulus operator. So if you have 5 divided by 2, you get the mod value of that 1. And next we can use the mathematical operators for incrementation. So the way we want to write that is x plus equals 1, and that will increment the value of x by 1. So there you go, 1 plus, and this works for other operators as well. So if you want to multiply instead of addition, and if you multiply by, let's say, 10, then that value also changes to 10. Now there's one more operator, exponentiation. So if you have 2 raised to power 2, you get the value of 4. Now let's look at logical operators and or. So if you say true and true, that will be true, and if you say true or false, that will again be equal to true. We can see this in a simple if statement. So let's say if x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2, and if we want to check if x is greater than 0 or y is less than 3, then colon print done. So that's works. So if we cannot write and we cannot use these pipe operators, there is a single ampersand operator and single pipe operator for and or, but that is bitwise operator. So I'd suggest using the string and string or when using logical operators. Okay, after this let's look at some of the comparison operators. So comparison operators, one is greater than 2, and then you have less than, and similarly we have greater than equal to, and we have less than equal to. Furthermore, we can check equal to by using two equal to signs, and then there is a not equal to, so we have exclamation mark and equal to, and so that's the not equal to sign. And finally, I'd like to mention the comment. So in Python, hash is the comment that I generally use. This is a comment, and if it's a double line or multi-line comment, I just use the hash is a comment again. So that works. I've also seen use of triple quotes, so you can say line 1 and line 2. So that is also used, but I'd recommend using the hash operator for writing comments. That was it for this lecture. If you have any questions, please do let me know in the comments below. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next video. Thanks.